Research by Goldman Sachs, the multi-billion-dollar investment firm, predicted that AI could expose 300 million full-time jobs to automation. And these jobs aren't just the boring repetitive ones. They're jobs that even just 5 years ago, many people assumed could only ever be done by a human. So today, I wanted to run through 20 jobs that AI is expected to replace. First up, content writers. AI-driven language models can churn out articles, reports, and marketing materials with impressive accuracy, potentially reducing the demand for human writers. Seriously, you can ask AI for just about anything, and it can produce a pretty convincing report. And AI doesn't just have to write in one language. It's also poised to replace translators. AI language models are becoming increasingly proficient at real-time language translation. And we're not talking about Google Translate. We're talking about expert-level translation as someone is talking. And something I'm sure you've already seen is AI-powered chatbots. They're efficient at handling customer inquiries, which might affect customer support jobs. As AI advances, these chatbots are only going to become better and more prevalent. Instead of a simple set of structured responses, these AI chatbots can answer increasingly complex questions. And that, of course, means they could replace increasingly complex jobs. Next up is the one that I should probably be most concerned about, and that's because it's the job I have right now. AI might replace data analysts. AI can swiftly extract and analyze data from textual sources, automating tasks that were traditionally performed by humans. That also means that AI could be used to develop the next iteration of AI more efficiently. Now, even if I do get replaced, I'm not pressed, and that's because I partnered up with Jobscan. Jobscan is a friendly robot, and it scans your resume and the job posting you're applying to help you optimize your application. I've used Jobscan for almost every internship and job application I've ever applied to, including the six-figure job that I had when I graduated college. So whether you're trying to land your first career job, get a better paying job, or are just afraid about being replaced by AI, make sure to check out the link in the description. And AI might even be able to automate a lot of jobs that typically required a lot of human analysis, including many legal professionals. Now, AI is definitely not there yet, but AI could assist with legal research, document analysis, and contract generation, which could potentially alter the legal landscape. And in the world of journalism, AI-generated news articles and reports are emerging, raising questions about the future of traditional journalism. This will probably first appear in sports articles and other fast-paced reporting, but it could expand. Several organizations have already gotten in trouble for this, but as AI gets better, it might be even harder to tell the difference. Tutors and some teachers might also be replaced. Personalized learning experiences and access to instant answers could change the way that we view education. And there's evidence to support the idea that people learn more from a short video than they do from a long lecture. And that's actually one of the reasons I make YouTube videos, so I hope it's working. And in my work, I rely a lot on technical writers to make sure that my reports are polished. But AI can lend a hand with grammar checks, potentially reducing the need for human editors. This will also replace copy editing jobs and other related positions too. And most of what I do in my day job is research, which mostly entails reading dozens and dozens of research papers. But that might also change. AI can aid in literature review, data analysis, and even hypothesis generation, which could completely change the research landscape. It's possible that researchers could be replaced. Now, I actually think that this is good news for me. I'm a lot less worried about being replaced and more excited about how I can use these tools to speed up my research. But it's hard to tell what the real impacts of this will be. A lot of my day-to-day activities could be replaced. But moving on, another place that AI could replace jobs is in content moderation. AI is already helping to identify and remove inappropriate content online, working side by side with content moderation teams. As AI gets better, those teams could be less and less needed, which could be good or bad. On the plus side, the internet can get pretty nasty, and it's pretty awesome that AI could filter through some of the worst content without a human ever having to look at it. But the downside is that legitimate content could be downranked or even banned with very little insight into why. This is already an issue, and it could get worse. One job that I was surprised to see come up in my research was speech therapists, but AI-driven language recognition tools are already becoming helpful allies in speech therapy exercises. This is one of those cases where it's probably hard to tell whether a job will be replaced or simply aided by the new technology. But perhaps a more clear-cut example is language teachers. AI-powered language learning platforms are offering personalized instruction, reshaping traditional language education. They say the best way to learn a language is to listen and engage with it. And when you can talk and text with AI, that becomes much easier and faster than attending a traditional language class. And some of the early uproar around AI was around AI written books, which could make it even harder to stand out as an author. Now, some authors are embracing AI. It can help generate ideas, conduct research, and even help draft portions of a book. But as AI gets even better at faking creativity, it may be even harder to stand out as a writer. And that's not just limited to authors. AI is lending its creative talents to help write scripts for movies, TV shows, and advertisements. And that means the jobs of scriptwriters could be at risk. And AI can assist in generating speeches and talking points for public figures, replacing speechwriters too. Some even think that poets could be replaced, or at least that some of them are taking inspiration from AI generated text. Here, I do become skeptical. I think the draw to a lot of these art forms is about the human experience, not just the technical qualities of it. That said, I have no doubt that AI will generate slogans, inspirational quotes, and stories that will be shared, at least across social media. And AI can even be used to monitor media coverage and gauge public interest. That's a powerful research tool, and it's so powerful that it could put some public relations professionals out of work. When so much of the process is automated, there's just not that much left to do. And this same capability could have real consequences for market researchers too. AI can analyze vast datasets and potentially extract market insights and trends, once again reducing the need for human insight. And finally, transcriptionists. AI can quickly convert spoken records into text, which could find its way into medical records, courtrooms, and investigations. And one more job that AI might replace? Well, people like me, YouTubers. If you hadn't already guessed, much of this YouTube script was written by AI. And I know, very meta. And this is actually kind of scary for me because I don't want the internet to be a wasteland of low effort AI generated content. But it's hard to stand out on the internet, and I worry that more and more people will rely on AI to keep up with the constant demand of content creation. But that's not what this channel will become. I want to keep making the best possible videos I can for you, so this is my first and only video written by AI. And at the end of the day, I'm really not that worried about being replaced by AI anytime soon. I think, just like we have with so many other technologies, we'll learn to use AI to just create even more value. So personally, I'm not that worried about losing my job anytime soon, which is good because it pays me a lot of money. In fact, I recently made a video about the very best jobs if you want to retire early, which you can find right here. This surprises a lot of people, but the highest paying jobs actually aren't the best jobs for reaching financial freedom.